Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily news and editorial analysis which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. So the most important news and editorial would be discussed in this session. So let's get started with today's topic list. Today is 14th of October. The first topic is India-Iran discusses drug trafficking issues from Afghanistan. Second, infrastructure project to bring down the logistic cost. The recent initiative which was launched by the Prime Minister himself, that is called PM Sakti. And the third is COVID-19 vaccination among children in India. Status of cold reserve in the country. And the last is sowing better to eat better. So this is an editorial from the Hindu. Apart from this, at the end of this video, there would be some MCQ questions. ये जो questions होंगे current affair पे based होंगे so that it can help you in the upcoming prelims examination. Right? So without any further delay, let's get started. And a special thanks to all of you. We have reached a family of 20k subscriber. This was not possible with your support. Thank you for your love and support. We at Apti Plus is doing our best, making our all best endeavors for our aspirants to get quality material both in our YouTube as well as in IceGap websites. So do check it out, and at the end, thank you so much for being part of the Apti Plus family. So the first news, that is India-Iran discusses drug trafficking issues from Afghanistan, something which is important for General Studies paper 2. We'll understand this news from the perspective and its importance of the India's and neighborhood relation. Also, ये जो drug के issues हैं, that is something which call for another level of investigations. So Adani Port, which is one of the India's largest port operator in India, they have said that they will not handle cargo from Afghanistan, Pakistan or Iran. ये तीन countries से they would not be handling any sort of shipment or cargo operators, right? Why this has happened? Because there was a seizure of almost 3 tons of heroin. 3 tons means 300 kg of heroin was seized from the Adani port in Gujarat. Now, Adani Group has said that the trade advisory will supply the terminal to operates, including the third-party terminal from November 15. Right, so the decision which was taken that they would not handle would include 3 important countries. The first would be Afghanistan, second Pakistan, and third is Iran. Now, recent में India और Iran के officials ने इस पे बात की. They have a discussion, the virtual meeting, and the largest seizure of heroin was there in the Mundra port in Gujarat on September 15. But the news was not that much reported. Somewhere, some of the press media has reported this, but now it has become basically a point of concern regarding such high level of seizure of the heroin. Illegal production of drugs in Afghanistan have impacted Iran for several decades, right? And as we know that there's a power change in Afghanistan, Taliban has overtaken Afghanistan. Now it is being anticipated after the power change that has took place in Afghanistan, will there be such cases that would be increasing? वो किस तरह से deal करेंगे इन सारी चीजों को? That is again a point of concern for India as well. Now, largest drug haul in the history. This is the amount of drug, the 3,000 kg of drug or heroin that was being that was seized from the Mundra port. It has raised a concern. So the operation has led to the largest drug haul in the history of Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. This is DRI, an important organization of Government of India. आप इसके बारे में थोड़ा important points पढ़ लें. This is something can be important for your prelims examination. Now, initial report have indicated that container carrying a substance originated from Iranian port in the Bandar Abbas. और National Investigation Agency जो है, we have a premier investigation agency known as NIA. They have said that they are proving the incident for several days, but still the conclusion and the ending remarks has to come from both NIA and DRI. So if you see this infograph, this will give you a clear idea how Afghanistan is responsible for more than 80% of global opium productions. And just to add here, जितनी भी तालिबान की फंडिंग्स है वो मोस्टली ओपीएम के प्रोडक्शन से, ओपीएम के ट्रेड से उनके पास आती है. So opium production in 10, this is for 10 years, that is 1990 2019. the green color is for Afghanistan and the red color is for the rest of world. And this is the quantity which it shows. आप देख सकते हो कि gradually किस तरह से अफगानिस्तान में जो ओपियम की प्रोडक्शन है कितनी ज़्यादा बढ़ी. 1990 it was not that much. Now if you can see in 2000 it is this much, and in 2010 you can see this number is pretty higher and surprising. Now the other news, infrastructure projects to bring down logistic cost, right? This is something which Prime Minister has launched, PM Gati Shakti, that is National Master Plan for Multimodal Connectivity, important for General Studies Paper 2, Government Policies and Intervention for the Development of Various Sectors. Yesterday also we had some discussion regarding this news, but now I will add this information, जो भी content relevant है, मैं आपको कुछ infographic के through बताने की कोशिश करूँगा. So recently the Prime Minister has launched PM Gati Shakti, that is a national plan for multimodal connectivity, and multimodal connectivity is very important topic for your mains examination. So make sure you are thorough with this, because in mains they can ask you with this topic. और आपके syllabus में भी ये mentions है infrastructure development में, तो इसको ज़रूर देख लियो. So the aim is to coordinate, plan and execute the infrastructure project and bring down the logistic costs. We know that logistic cost in India is pretty high compared to other developed countries. तो इसको reduce करने की ज़रूरत है. Not only in e-commerce, और भी ऐसे sectors हैं जहाँ पे logistic plays a very important and significant part. Integration of ministries की बात की गई है, जो PM गति शक्ति digital platform है, that will bring down 16 important ministries and they would integrate them. तो ऐसे कौन कौन से ministries हैं जो कि integrated होंगे? The first include rail and roadways. It will help to remove the long standing issues such as disjointed plan, lack of standardization, problem and clearances, timely creations, utilization of infrastructure facilities. So I've just given you example of 2 ministries. There are another level of 40 ministry that is aligned, जहाँ पे इनके work और coordinations को integrate किया जाए. Now according to the study, जो logistic cost है इंडिया में, that is about 13% of the GDP, an important figure both for essay as well as for the mains examination. तो ऐसे points आप ज़रूर note कर लें, this is important. And such situation does not exist in developed countries, which I have told you in the beginning. इतनी ज़्यादा GDP की जो cost है वो developed countries में नहीं होती. So due to high logistical cost, the competitiveness of India's export is greatly reduced, right? तो जहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा higher rate होगी, वहाँ पे competitions ज़्यादा लोग players नहीं होंगे, और ज़्यादा players नहीं होंगे तो competitiveness भी थोड़ी कम. Besides the cutting logistic costs, the PM Gati Shakti scheme aims to increase the cargo handling. जो पूरे इंडिया में जो कार्गो हैंडलिंग की बेस है उसको बढ़ाने की कोशिश की जा रही है, and reducing the turnaround time at the port and boost the trade. So definitely this is a long term measure. 2-3 तरह के measures होते हैं किसी भी गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव के. One is short term, other is medium term, and third is long term. So this is a long term measures, and ultimately this will benefit India in the longer run. क्या क्या और important advantages हैं? After this advantages, I will show you some infograph to get an idea what government has incorporated. तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने नोट किया कि जो नेशनल मास्टर प्लान है दैट वुड बी कीपिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, खास करके ऐसे इन्वेस्टर्स जो कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं, और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को टाइम बाउंड मैनर पे इन्वेस्टर्स चाहिए, तो वहाँ पे ये काफ़ी हद तक मदद करेगी. एंड द लॉन्च ऑफ PM Shakti mission, that is master plan, is a game changer for industries and would harness the potential of the industries, right? So all the stakeholders, all the major industries have appreciated the government efforts of PM Gati Shakti. तो ये जो PM Gati Shakti national mission for multimodal projects है, it is important both for prelims as well as for your mains examination. Some infograph which I have taken from PIB directly. तो आप देख सकते हैं कनेक्टिंग द पिलर्स फॉर न्यू इंडिया, फर्स्ट टू कवर द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इनिशिएटिव ऑफ भारतमाला, सागरमाला, पोर्ट्स, उड़ान, स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक जोन एंड रेलवे. Yesterday I have discussed this points, but just to add on this some other point, सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जैसे हॉस्पिटल्स, यूनिवर्सिटीज इंटीग्रेट की जाएंगी नेक्स्ट फेज में. डेवलपमेंट ऑफ न्यू पॉसिबिलिटी फॉर द क्रिएशन ऑफ फ्यूचर इकोनॉमिक जोन. एंड जस्ट टू ऐड हियर, whatever information or content which is there in the PIB become very important for your examination. Now, other point, making India the hub of world-class infrastructure, comprehensive master planning for all existing initiative of the ministries, guide karegi for the creation of economic zones, connectivity, infrastructure. Third, it will remove regional and sector imbalances in infrastructure and connectivity. And the last is aid faster growth for key sectors like employment generation and spread heading growth. और एक लास्ट इंफोग्राफ, दिस एम्स टू हैव अ गेंट स्ट्राइड ऑफ इंडियाज $5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी, जो इंडिया की टारगेट है, विच इज अ बिट डेटोरेटेड बिकॉज ऑफ द कोविड-19, बट डेफिनेटली विल बी चेजिंग दिस. सो ये जो मल्टी मॉडल कनेक्टिविटी प्रोजेक्ट है, इट विल इंक्रीज द कार्गो कैपेसिटी ऑफ द पोर्ट from 1759 to 1, basically from 128 to 175. Cargo movement on all national waterways will be 95 million MT to 74 MT in 2020. और कार्गो मूवमेंट की बात करें इन गंगा would be increased from 9 to 29 million MT, right? So this is how things would work in a longer run, and it is being expected जो multimodal connectivity है वो infrastructure को काफ़ी ज़्यादा boost करेगी. Now the other news, COVID-19 vaccinations among the children in India, something which is important for your general studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of health. So experts का मानना है, experts are of the opinion that children are extremely unlikely कि उनको कोई complications हो, or even the death were not reported in children because of the COVID-19 infections, right? They are less prone to COVID-19 viruses. So the important question is whether to vaccinate the healthy children, और फिर किस तरह के लोगों को हमें वैक्सीनेट करने की ज़रूरत है, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस ऑफ द कोविड-19 इज asymptomatic and infection are being seen in fewer months. So if you see the global practices that is being done in terms of vaccinating the child, तो कुछ ऐसे इंपॉर्टेंट कंट्रीज हैं जिन्होंने वैक्सीनेशन स्टार्ट किया, राइट? अगर इंडिया की बात करें, भारत बायोटेक has recommended the use of emergency authorization, जो EU है emergency use authorizations के लिए अलाउ की गई है for 2 to 18, और उसके साथ और भी ऐसे बड़े बायोटेक कंपनीज हैं इंडिया में, they are being permitted to go for the vaccination process, right? Once they are getting final approval from the CITESCO, they would start vaccinating the children in the country. उसके अलावा कुछ ऐसे कंट्रीज हैं जिन्होंने ऑलरेडी वैक्सीनेशन स्टार्ट किया है, दैट इज कंबोडिया, यहाँ पे वैक्सीनेशन ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड है. Denmark and Spain, a majority of children have already been vaccinated. France, over 50% of the children from age group 12 to 17 has been fully vaccinated, right? Because the durations है वो 28 days की ही रखी गई है between the two doses. China and UAE, they have also 3 to 17 age group, they have allowed vaccination. जो चाइना की वैक्सीन है Sinovac, उनको भी approved किया गया for children, right? US, Canada and Germany all has approved 12 years of vaccinations. Sweden की बात करें, children with severe comorbidities were allowed, and even Cuba, the country like Cuba, the children aged between 2 to above were allowed for the vaccination. So you can see the pace of the other countries that is going in terms of vaccination of the children, but India still has not started the vaccination. हमारे जो बड़े कंपनीज हैं, चाहे वो भारत बायोटेक हो या डॉक्टर रेड्डी की लेबोरेटरीज, उनको अप्रूवल्स मिली हैं, बट फाइनली दे हैव टू कम अप विद द प्रैक्टिकलिटी. और बहुत ही जल्द इंडिया में नवंबर में वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट दैट द चिल्ड्रन हियर वुड बी ऑल्सो गेटिंग द वैक्सीनेशन. नाउ देयर इज अ नीड टू प्रायोरिटाइज द वैक्सीन. किन बच्चों को देने की ज़रूरत है? ऐसे बच्चे जिनको कोमॉर्बिडीज़ की शिकायत है, जिनको एक से ज़्यादा अधिक बीमारी है. पीपल who are in the category of more than one diseases would be given priority, and there's a need for careful watch for any vaccine related complications, right? Although that has been tested, जितनी भी results हैं वो सिट्सको को सबमिट की गई है, सारे जितनी भी लीडिंग एजेंसीज हैं इंडिया के हेल्थ रिलेटेड उनको ऑलरेडी सबमिट कर दी गई है. एंड डॉक्टर हैज emphasized vaccination all children to control their spread, and experts suggested that vaccination for those with the comorbidities only. Now, status of coal reserve in country, something which is important for General Studies paper 3, Indian economy and issue rising from it. Recently, we have seen some of the news where it was reported that India is running short of coal supply or coal storage, or basically the overall reserve of the coal. But the two ministry, that is Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Power, has come up with some argument. So let's understand what is this news all about. So amid the report of ongoing coal shortage, यूनियन फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने कहा है कि इस तरह की कोई शॉर्टेज नहीं है, एंड द आर्ग्यूमेंट विच इज बीइंग देयर इन द न्यूज इज एब्सोल्युटली बेसलेस. सो दिस इज व्हाट शी हैज कोट ऑफिशियली. Nirmala Sitharaman is our finance minister, and the finance minister has also said that India is a power surplus country, and Ministry of Power and Ministry of Finance has confirmed that there is no shortage of coal. So these are the official confirmation coming from two important ministries. If you see coal demand, अगर coal demand की बात करें, if you see from 2000 till up projections of 2023, तो आप देख सकते हो इंडिया की ज़रूरतें किस तरह से आगे बढ़ेगी. The largest demand come from China, then US, European Union, Japan and South Asia. Although India and US have more or less equivalent demand compared when it is comparatively when we compare the coal demand. So, and the lesser is the South Asian countries and Japan and South Korea. So ground reality की अगर बात करें, so the data of India domestic coal production import suggest कि जो crisis है that is there. Somewhere it is expected कि कहीं crisis है, somewhere the demand is high, somewhere it is decreasing, but we do not have the exact figure. Both the ministry has confirmed कि यहाँ पे कोई crisis नहीं है, but we have to go by the ground reality. So in the first time in the decade, coal की जो supply है was lower than the consumptions for 4 years from 2017 to 2020. और अगर इंडिया के total coal supply की बात करें for 2020, it has declined to 5-year low to 16.9 exajoules of the coal, which is equivalent जो पहले की consumptions थी 17.54 ecojoules, now this is 16.9. So we have seen the overall coal supply in the calendar year has decreased. So this is the reason it is being anticipated कि जो coal की productions है वो थोड़ी कम हुई है. Now change in the coal consumption from 2016 to 2017. So this is a year back data, but this will just help you to understand कि किस तरह के ट्रेंड चल रहे हैं. यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स को आप देख सकते हो इनकी डिमांड. इफ यू कैन सी इंडिया, कोरिया, रशिया एंड चाइना, यू कैन सी द डिमांड हैज ड्रास्टिकली इंक्रीज्ड. Now, sowing better to eat better, something which is important for General Studies paper 2, government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors. So this is an editorial which is very important and calls for agri-food system. So let's understand this editorial in detail. So under this editorial, I have segregated into 4 subheads. That is multi-pronged approach, agri-food system, FO in India, way forward. अब पूरी editorial की theme है about the agri-food system. So let's understand each subtopic one by one. So the health of the country or the agri-food system determine the health of the people. This is a true statement which is not only being regarded as expert opinion, but if you see the ground reality, जो agri-food system है वो determine करती है health of the people. And finding from the 5th National Family Health Survey suggest कि जो nutritional related indicators है they have worsened in most of the states, right? So this is a survey which is officially released by the government of India. और सर्वे ने कवर किया ऑलमोस्ट 17 स्टेट्स को, 5 यूनियन टेरिटरीज को. दिस कंप्राइजेज ऑफ 54% ऑफ इंडियन पॉपुलेशंस. और ये फाइंडिंग बताती है कि जो कंप्रिहेंसिव नेशनल न्यूट्रिशन सर्वे फॉर 2016 and 18 हैव हाईलाइटेड द रोल ऑफ micronutrient malnutrition. Although we are getting sufficient carbohydrate, vitamins and minerals, but the micronutrients, the trace micronutrients which is required for the human body for a proper functioning is actually missing. तो multi-pronged approach क्या होनी चाहिए यहाँ पे? What should be the multi-pronged approach? The first is the pathway of nutritional security consists of some of the important factors. The first is improving dietary diversity. हमें अपनी जो dietary diversities है, चाहे वो fat हो, carbohydrates हो, vitamins हो, minerals हो, calcium हो, हर तरह के food की diversity को increase करने की ज़रूरत है. Kitchen garden should be promoted, reducing the post-harvest losses, मेकिंग सेफ्टी नेट फॉर प्रोग्राम्स एंड न्यूट्रिशनल सेंसिटिव. वुमेन को एम्पावर करने की ज़रूरत है. वंस द वुमेन इज एम्पावरमेंट, वुमेन की अगर एम्पावरमेंट होती है, उनको पता होता है व्हाट इज द न्यूट्रिशनल फैक्ट्स ऑफ द फूड, दे वुड डेफिनेटली फीड देयर बेबी अकॉर्डिंगली. वो अपने बच्चों को अकॉर्डिंगली उसके हिसाब से फीड करेंगे. सो वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड नॉलेज इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Enforcement of standard and drugs, standard and regulations, improving water, sanitation, hygiene, and nutrition education. which called for a lot more awareness in rural and urban areas, or effective use of digital technology, right? We have know that penetration of cell phone or mobile phone is very high in India. So we can use this digital technology to incorporate more and more awareness in terms of nutritional educations. एग्री फूड सिस्टम की अगर बात करें, द एग्री फूड सिस्टम आर द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ इंडियन इकोनॉमी. इंडिया ऑलमोस्ट प्रोड्यूस करती है सफिशिएंट फूड, फीड करती है. फाइबर टू सस्टेन इज अबाउट 18% ऑफ द वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन. और एग्रीकल्चर कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस की बात करें तो 60.5% है इंडिया की जीडीपी की, एंड 42.3% आर एम्प्लॉयड. सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा, मेक श्योर यू टेक अ नोट ऑफ दिस. एड्रेसिंग द कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रॉब्लम ऑफ द मैल न्यूट्रिशन, यहाँ पे ज़रूरत है कि जो एग्री फूड सिस्टम है उसको एज अ होल अडॉप्ट किया जाए और मल्टी प्रोलॉन्ग्ड अप्रोच के साथ इसे इम्प्लीमेंट करने की ज़रूरत है. आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दिस मल्टी प्रोलॉन्ग्ड अप्रोच. नाउ फूड एग्रीकल्चर, जो खास करके अगर फूड एंड एग्रीकल्चर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और इंडिया के साथ क्या कोऑर्डिनेशन है, विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट. सो फॉर बेटर रिप्रेजेंट food and agriculture contributions to sustainable development goal, we have SDG targets. उसको भी अचीव करनी है, और हाई लेवल ऑफ एस्पिरेशनल जो गोल है दैट शुड बी अचीव्ड इन टर्म्स ऑफ फूड सिक्योरिटी एंड न्यूट्रिशनल सिक्योरिटी. सो FAO ने कहा है कि वैल्यूएबल पार्टनरशिप की जरूरत है सिंस इट हैज बिगन ऑपरेशन इन 1948. मोर रिसेंटली FAO ने इंगेज किया इंडियन गवर्नमेंट के फॉर मेन स्ट्रीमिंग एग्रो बायोडाइवर्सिटी, चाहे वो ग्रीनिंग एग्रीकल्चर्स हो, प्रमोटिंग ऑफ nutritional sensitive agricultures, or strengthening of national food security. So these are the recent efforts where both FAO and India is collaborating. तो आप ये जितने भी important recent works हैं ये ज़रूर याद रखेंगे. If it is being asked in main examination, you'll add all these points over there, right? Now, in January this year, FAO has also collaborated with Niti Aayog, the think tank in India, and Ministry of Agriculture. They have confirmed a national dialogue to evolve a framework. ये framework जो है that call for sustained food system by 2030, और ये आइडेंटिफाई करेगी एक तरह के पाथवे को जहाँ फार्मर के जो इनकम है उनको बढ़ाया जा सके and they can achieve the nutritional security. So both enhancing the income of the farmer, doubling the farmer income, and to ensure the nutritional security, these are the main aim of the FAO and the Niti Aayog, right? Way forward, if you write this in mains examination, you have to conclude your answer with way forward. So what you can write, you have to write that there's an urgent need of reorientations for a long term direction. Definitely ये जो प्रॉब्लम है इसके लिए लॉन्ग टर्म डायरेक्शंस की जरूरत है. एग्री फूड सिस्टम इज नॉट ओनली टू इनहांस फार इनकम बट टू ऑल्सो इंश्योर एक्सेस टू सेफ एंड न्यूट्रिशनल फूड, राइट? वी हैव टू इंश्योर कि इनकम के साथ साथ जो एक्सेस टू सेफ और न्यूट्रिशनल फूड है वो भी इंश्योर की जा सके. Additional agri-food system needs to be reoriented, minimize the cost of environment and climate. And the last point is sustainable agri-foods can deliver food security, nutritional for all, without compromising social, economic or environmental basis. तो एक ऐसी agricultural practices हो जो sustainable हो, that is not harming our environment. At the same time, it is providing all foods and nutritional security to the citizen of this country, right? So this is a way forward. Now moving ahead with the MCQ questions of the day. Before I proceed, just to tell you the answers of yesterday questions. For the first question, the correct option is C. For the second question, the correct option is B. Now today's MCQ with regards to inflation measures the average price change of the basket commodities and service over time. Inflation is indicative to decrease the purchasing power of a unit of a country or a currency. If you know the correct answer, do let me know in the comment section down below. Second, the great Indian bustard is one of the heaviest flying birds in the world. The bird happened to be the state bird of Madhya Pradesh. So if you know the correct answer, do write your answer in the comment section down below, right? So this was all about the daily news and editorial analysis. If you like this video, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. And if you like this video, do not forget to give a thumbs up. If you have any other concern, do let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching.